RC Farmfest is here and we are ready to go. We've been waiting all year for this event. We are loaded up, ready to go to Assonet, Massachusetts, Patches Hill Farm. We even got dinosaurs coming with us. It's gonna be a really fun day. The weather is hot and humid. Rained last night, it's supposed to rain a little bit, but we like mud here, right? This is a great mud spot.
Yeah!
What's your favorite part of Farmfest?
All the mud that it has all the time.
But we're gonna hit the road, we're gonna take you guys with us. It's gonna be a great time. We might go back tomorrow too. It's a 2-day event. We'll see. But in any case, we're gonna go make a day of it today and have some fun and bring you guys along. So let's hit the road. Farmfest. Here we are on Trail 1. This is our first trail run of the day. We took the 2 Gladiators out. Got my scale blue Gladiator set up for the trail. New painted body, painted fenders. Got it made up to look just like my big 1-to-1. The blue Gladiator performed really good out here. It was really slick and swampy out. Super humid. It rained the night before. Everything was just really damp. But the truck still hooked up pretty well. Got those Pitbull Rock Beast XL tires on it that did a pretty good job out there. They're more scale looking, not as great performing as some of my other tires. Yep. This trail kind of circles back, so we were running into a bunch of other people who were coming back on the other side. You can see we picked up some folks behind us here. Axel doing really good with the mud machine. Got in line behind this guy who'd built this pretty crazy mullet build. See how much wider it is in the front. The thing had vanquished axles and a brushless motor, super capable. We jumped in behind him and got up on this log. This is a fun obstacle here. Again, just super slick. Had to really use the throttle and kind of muscle our way up here. Axel's mud machine did pretty good though, surprisingly. It hooked up really well. You can see him back there just kind of creeping right along behind me. They added a number of cool features on the trails. A lot of obstacles like this, just kind of draping these treads over the fallen trees. This obstacle was funny. It looks just like a really simple rock pile, but something to do with the off-camber nature of it and just the setup, maybe the slickness. It was just super complicated and was really giving people fits. See the mullet build here. Now it was Axel's turn on the tricky line here. You see coming up, he gets the comp stance down. He's got it. Here it is right here. He gets into it. Guys were cheering him on and coaching him as he went. Started to have some issues with his Gladiator here, though. Now this is just a quick section coming around back to the beginning of Trail 1. We're going to wrap this up and head over to Trail 2 where the mud was. Here we are coming into Trail 2. This is where the mud was. You can tell Axel's excited. He gets a skip on. The more he skips, the more pumped he is. Getting into the mud now with the mud machine. This is where we unfortunately started to have some issues with this thing right off the bat. You'll hear it here shortly once he gets through this first section, this kind of epic mud run slow motion section here. Definitely had some strippage going on in the portals, something going on with his rear axle, but he still had enough traction from the other 3 wheels and enough bite on that 4th to have some fun with it. Yeah, there's that rear axle.
It got stuck.
Oh.
I gotta get him out.
Yep, good thing you got boots.
Got more mud, guys. You already have the car wash.
Kevin.
Just wrapped up, hit Trail 1, a little bit of Trail 2, got into mud with Axel's SCX-10 Gladiator, broke a rear axle or stripped something in the rear portals. We got King Sling out here now.
We're going to Trail 2.
Trail 2, you're gonna dominate the mud.
Yeah!
We got ice cream stand, taco truck. They went all out this year. Breaking out the big guns now, King Sling.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them why.
Why?
Because the mud machine broke down. Because we tripped an axle.
It still did pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
We'll get it fixed. I brought a spare axle and spare parts, so we can get it up and running. But I think King Sling's gonna be the one to have out here. Anyone in the market for a gently used camper?
What?
So after we'd overstayed our welcome in the mud pit with King Sling, we headed over to the mini area. Here's some shots of the mini course. They did a great job with the mini course this year, significantly expanded it, and had a great turnout for the mini comp. Here's the drivers meeting here. I guess I could have made it in time to sign up if I wanted to, but there were a lot of drivers and it took a long time to get through the drivers, and Axel and I really wanted to explore the rest of the trails. I was pleasantly surprised that Axel had a really good time with the minis. He ran that little FCX-24M Defender and just had a blast with it. He wanted to spend most of the day on the mini course, which was excellent. Here you can see I've got the Texoma Slayer, my new Slayer build. Did a couple mods to it for this run. I put the Endura Comp Pin tires on it. Also flipped the wheels around to narrow the track, which I'm really glad I did. This whole combination with the Slayer worked extremely well, and this thing was able to crush some really gnarly gates. You can see the FCX-24M Defender there doing its best. The thing held up pretty well considering the abuse that Axel was putting it through. See here, the mini competition itself was over, but they'd left the gates up for a little bit of time, so we were able to just kind of cruise around. The different color gates denote the different difficulty and the scale that they were meant for. I can't remember which was which, but I was just hitting fun lines and having a good time with the Slayer here. It felt really good to be back out with the minis, and it really kind of rekindled my interest in the small scales. We've been really focused on the bigger ones lately, but having a lot of fun with the minis out there kind of rekindled both Axel and I's interest in these little things. So I think you're going to be seeing a lot more mini content again soon. So after I had some fun with the Slayer, I took out the Little Guy Racing Parts build and then old Snaggletooth. So enjoy some mini content here. So after having a really good time with the minis, we went back out to Trail 2. I grabbed the H10 Optic and Axel took the TRX4 High Trail Sport out in the mud. This thing was a beast out there. I thought for sure he was getting stuck, but he stopped, reversed it, and then kept on going, clawed right out of there. I see the guys cheering him on back there. So much fun with this truck. This was our last run of the day, and we sure made it count. Guys, Farmfest 2024 wrapping up right now. Had a great time, stayed pretty much all day, just about 5 o'clock today. We ready to wrap this up? Yeah. All right. Let's jump in the Jeep. Farmfest 2024 is in the books. We had a great time out there all day on Saturday. Fantastic meeting all the folks who recognize us from the channel and all the wonderful RC enthusiasts out there. Great lineup of vendors, a packed event on Saturday. Great to see that event growing. Just an awesome place and great people who run that place. Quick recap of the event for us. Had some breakage while we were there. To be expected with my man running his mud machines. Got something going on in the rear axle of the mud machine itself. Got stripped gears in that portal box, I think. So I'm going to rebuild the spare axle and get this thing back operational. Seized the motor in the Sport. I'm so tired of swapping out these brushed motors, so I'm going to put a Spectrum brushless motor in this. I got the Firma 2-in-1 setup. It's going to go in this. Same setup as we have in the mud machine. That's a bulletproof brushless motor. Hopefully that ends the motor issues. The Sport did incredible in the mud. I was also able to score some new Vanquish beadlock wheels. I got these clear method wheels. I'm going to put these on the H10 Optic. I think those are going to look really sharp. Couple of MVPs from the rigs that we brought. Really impressed with how the Slayer did. Now I missed the micro comp, but I did get to take this out on the comp course, the mini comp course, and this thing did absolutely amazing. The new tires and the narrow track width on it, this thing was crushing gates all over the place. It had a blast with the truck out there. Old King Sling did amazing. That thing was definitely at home in the mud and just shredded that course. A bit too much though, because they ended up kicking us off the course. I guess 10th scale was as big as we were supposed to go. We shouldn't have had the 8th scale. But Axel did get to run King Sling for a while. There was no one else around in the mud area, so he got to shred for a while. King Sling did great. No breakage. Held up awesome and just crushed it out there. Axel had a blast. So big shout out to Patches Hill Farm and Bulldogs RC Farm for hosting yet another great event. Hopefully they do something in the fall and we will go back. Just love it out there. I'll put links to their socials down below if you want to check them out. Go show them some love. And thanks for coming along to the event with us. Thanks for hanging out and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.